The following program contains graphic images that may be disturbing. Parents are advised that these images may not be suitable for young children.
This first case,
No,
so...
it was not too much filler by Dr. Ordon, so I'm innocent. I did not do that.
So, since this is what is this, what happened, and could it happen to me? What is this, what happened, and could it happen to me?
Oh boy, so this is my friend. This is Jamie, and Jamie has something called hereditary angioedema. So what is angioedema? I think many people associate with allergies. You get hives, those wells, really itchy on the skin, but hers is hereditary, so she doesn't have those allergic type symptoms. And what does angioedema mean anyways? Angio means vessels, and edema means swelling. So these capillaries leak out all this fluid, and you get swelling of your hands, your feet, your eyes, lips. But what about the tongue? What about the back of the throat? If that happens, you're gonna get something called asphyxiation, and you can't breathe, and you might even die. So anyways, her story is that when she was a kid, she was going to the ER all the time for abdominal pain. No one knew why. And finally, a doctor asked about, hey, family history. And her dad had swelling of the hands, maybe the lips, and they pieced together that the pain in her belly was the angioedema inside. Because when you have the hereditary type, you don't have the skin rashes. So she's lacking a protein called C1 inhibitor. And now we have very special medications that she has to carry in order for her not to swell up in her mouth and die. But you know, when I think about can it happen to you, can I just tell a personal story?
Of course.
So my wife, you know, she is very passionate about marathons. So after the birth of our second child, she was training for the LA Marathon. I get a call from the ER, and that's never good. And I found out that she was in the ER because she was having difficulty speaking and breathing, hives on the skin. She couldn't even hear because her swelling in her ear canal. She had something called exercise-induced angioedema. So everyone asked me, Raj, how does that happen? Why? So sometimes food allergies can happen beforehand, medications such as Advil, Aleve, ibuprofen, but they kind of found out that hers was because it was after pregnancy, changing in the hormone levels, and your body's in disarray after birth, so she probably had some autoantibodies. Anyways, that didn't stop her. She kept on training for the LA Marathon. She ran the LA Marathon with an EpiPen, so if she had the swelling, she had to inject.
But your wife's a doctor too, correct?
Yes, she's a rheumatologist.
She knows what's going on.
It's still scary when you have that swelling.
You see this, and we'll finish with this before we get to the second image. You see that on your lips or your loved one's lips, go to the hospital. That is not one where, if that's happening for the first time, unless you just had injections done by Dr. Ordon,